Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. And if you're looking at the video, we might look a little rough right now because it's currently 2 a.m. in the morning, LA time. So basically like 5 a.m. for Toronto time. But if you're listening to the audio, welcome back to another episode. And today we're going to be introducing the 2-time published student author, Angelina Wang. Woohoo!
Clapping for myself.
Okay, I think we need snaps. Like, snapping's more elegant.
No, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so tell me a little bit about how you got inspired to write your books. Because I know that... Oh, by the way, guys, a bit like context. Me and Angelina has been friends since sixth grade.
Girl, don't lie. It's seventh grade.
Seventh grade. We were beefing a little bit in 6th grade.
No, you weren't here in 6th grade.
Yes, I freaking was.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Okay, well, our paths didn't cross in
Till
6th grade, till 7th
right?
grade.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
but basically, like, we've been friends, and I know that she decided to write her book when she was 12. So, like...
Yeah, it was 12.
So, like, I just want to know a little bit about how, like, what inspired you to write your first book, and, like, what's the thought process behind it?
I don't know. It was kind of, like, unexpected. Like, I've always, like... I feel like everybody has always had, like, that one phase where, like, they tried writing, like, a book, you know, or, like, coming up with something. And that's how it was for me. And actually, I was more, like, fiction-oriented, you know, until, like, I don't know, sort of, like, COVID hit, and, you know, we were all stuck at home. And there was, like, a lot of introspection happening almost. And, you know, I was like, you know, maybe I should write something that's more personal to me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have my mom to thank for it, like, the most, because she was the one who, like, kind of organized everything. And I work with this amazing consultant who helped me through my first and second book. And she was so incredible. And she really brought me there, and that's what it was.
Yeah, because I remember, like, reading your book when it was published. And I also, like, when I was reading, I was also thinking about, like, our conversation and, like, our FaceTime conversations. Like, it really reflects, like, the way that you think, which is, like, pretty unique and, like, really... Personally, I feel like it's very influential thoughts. Like, you influence me to think in a new direction, like, with a new lens, which is, like, a really unique thing to do, because not a lot of people can use their words or use their platform to, like, really change a community and change, like, individual thought processes, which is why I think your book is, like, really amazing, because you don't really see a lot of that on the, like, the market. Like, you know, it's very...
Really? That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I've never heard that come out of your mouth.
Oh.
What you're doing is, like, really inspirational, too. That's what I'm thinking.
Love you.
No, yeah, and I feel like this whole entire trip, like, meeting you again, has really been like, wow,
Stop,
you
I don't
know.
want to cry. Stop. This is our last night, and I don't want to freaking cry. I feel like the next time we see each other is either gonna be, like, really soon, like, when you come to Toronto, or, like, after we graduate. But I have a feeling
not
it's gonna
after
be,
we graduate,
because we're gonna be so busy next year.
We'll still have, like, the summers. Like, I'll be back for, like, a week, you know.
But honestly, you know, like, this year, like, something that I feel like really changed about me is that, like, because of the workload and, like, how much things I'm stressed about, there's something that's constantly on my mind. Like, I don't know if you have that.
I really feel that, you know.
But, like, this is kind of really off topic, but, like, when I'm doing something and I think about, like, this thing that's in the back of my head that I really need to do, and it's just there, so it makes me, like, stressed, and, like, I think of... But it's just, like, my thoughts all over the place this year, and I really hope that I could, like, just focus on one.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. Like, I've kind of felt like that, like, ever since I, like, started writing. Like, writing, like, actually, like, to publish. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, it's really been, like, really stressful, like, on top of work and everything. And in my first book, I, like, first and second book, actually, I talk a lot about, like, you know, building, like, good habits and, like, trying to, like, it's a lot about self-improvement, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of it really, like, you know, comes from a place as though, like, almost seems as it's coming from a place of, like, a lot of, like, wisdom and all-knowingness, but I'm really just, like, this high schooler who's also trying to figure it out, you know, and that's, like, it's just such a strange, like, disparity for me, you know, to really think about.
Yeah. And also, it's just that, like, you're a high schooler, and you're doing this outside, like, with your own time. But, like, in high school, it's also, like what you said before, like, it's kind of university to a lot of students. It's, like, what they've been working towards for such a long time. But, like, it's like, okay, for me, I like to think about it like, yes, you're trying to, like, all these years you're trying to prepare towards, like, the thing, like, the university. But I kind of think about it as, like, people want to go to a university to have a new start. So it's like a start of something that's, like, the start of, like, another progression. Like, I feel like it's, like, a thing that never ends. And I feel like we should still work hard, but university isn't the final thing that we have to strive for.
Well, yeah, I feel like that, yeah, that's ultimately what we all want to really, you know, think and feel. But I feel like it's hard to really escape that feeling where it's almost as if, like, 12 years of your life has culminated up to this defining point. And, you know, especially people who have really been working hard. Like, I know people who, like, take all the possible APs they could ever take, you know, and never get into the schools, you know, that they've always been aiming for. And I really think about that a lot, and it's like, how heartbreaking must that be, you know? And I don't know, I feel like it's really hard to motivate yourself when a lot of the times you're thinking, does this even matter? You know, does what I've worked for 12 years of my life really said anything about my life? Will it actually change anything about where I'm going to head in this next cycle of my life? And a lot of people say, like, oh, wherever I end up or wherever I'll be, you know, that's where I'm meant to be. You know, I feel like a lot of people say that. And I feel like, yeah, I do believe that, right? But sometimes I also think, like, am I just saying that to make myself, you know, feel better?
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to your book.
But I feel like it's all related.
It's all related, yeah,
sense,
it is. But, like,
you know?
still, it makes me so stressed. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, anyways, on a brighter note,
Yeah.
I was thinking, so what would you say is the main difference between your first and second book?
Well, the first book was more about, you know, kind of my sort of beliefs, and, you know, I feel like it's called Angelina's Opinions, right? But I feel like a lot of them aren't really, you know, fully opinions, and they're more, you know, stances on, like, human rights. I just wanted to clarify, you know. And my second book, the second book was a lot more personal, you know. There were a lot of personal details in, like, my first book, you know. I talked about a lot about my relationships with others, you know. That was kind of, like, the main focus, my relationships with others.
Am I featured in any of your books?
Well, you know, low-key.
Really?
Yeah. Shh. But I changed everybody's pronouns. I made sure that it was, like, you know, covered enough that I didn't really.
But am I featured?
Yes, you are.
Like good way or bad way?
Of course, you're featured in a good way.
Like, what was the context?
I don't remember. I just know you were in it.
I remember looking at, like, personas, and I couldn't, like, I thought it was all, like,
You couldn't figure it out.
I know.
It was I made it convoluted on purpose. I didn't want people to know that I was talking about them, you know.
Yeah.
It was also about privacy, right?
Yeah.
You know, didn't want people to feel targeted at all.
Okay, that was a good job because I totally couldn't tell which one was me. You were on about the second book.
Oh, yeah.
Personal.
And, you know, the second book was more of, like, my relationship with myself. You know, something a lot more personal, like, maybe, like, family almost, too, as well. But that was, like, the difference, yeah. Oh, just for context. First book was Angelina's Opinions, and second one was Angelina's Choices.
Guys, go get it. It's on Amazon. It's available on Amazon. And it looks really good.
Don't feel pressured.
Don't feel pressured, though, but just check it out. It's really cool.
But I also want to mention that, like, you know, I feel like a big part of the books was also, like, you know, meant for me as well.
It's like a little part of yourself. It's like you're journaling your own thoughts. But can I just say, like, okay, like, I'm not sponsored. Like, she's not paying me to do anything. But
she's not paying me either to be here.
Yeah,
like.
But personally, I feel like, genuinely, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, after reading it, I felt, like, almost, like, inspired. Like, you know when you watch study videos, like, Get Productive with Me, like, those videos? Yeah. After, like, reading the book, I feel like I've actually learned so much about, like, you're kind of relatable sometimes.
Well, I mean, we are both teenage girls.
So okay, well, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, after reading the book, it feels, like, almost refreshed. Like, it feels like I have a new mindset to certain things, and it's, like, it's changing my point of view on certain subjects.
I'm so glad to hear that, you know. Yeah. Sometimes I really wondered if my book really even helped anybody.
It helped me. I think
I'm glad.
Me. But I didn't finish reading the second book because I don't have time.
That's real, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm currently writing a third book.
Are you freaking serious?
You didn't know that?
No, you didn't tell me.
I literally mentioned it to you.
What is it called?
Okay.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. Go.
You're not gonna censor. You don't have to censor it. You know?
Okay.
I don't even remember the title.
Is it Angelina something?
No, I haven't come up with it yet. This one's actually completely different. I feel like this one's a lot more like me creatively.
Is it like fictional?
Yeah, it's compiled of like short stories.
Holy, that's so cool.
I could read you like a short story.
Okay, please do. Please do. Go.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay, let me get my laptop.
Okay.
I low-key don't even know which one to share. Like, okay. Here are the names. Actually, I really like this one. I want you to hear this one. Okay. Oh, don't tilt it towards me. I don't like that. I want you to be different. I feel like too seen. Okay, should I read the entire thing? God, that's a lot though. It's 5
Just read
pages.
a short excerpt, like 2 pages. Or like whenever you want to stop.
Wow, interesting. Okay. Ultimately, her efforts were in vain, as the stubborn flowers would only continue to grow relentlessly and regardless of her pleas. Day after day, she sought solace at the feet of the verdant plants that facilitated her sorrow. Her tearful lamentations cascaded like gentle raindrops, watering the essence of her pain into the soil below. With every tear that fell, she imbued the earth with her unspoken desires, a fervent plea for the plants to respond in kind, to grow in harmony with her. Each tender prayer she whispered, mingling with the damp soil, entwined the roots of the flora with the depths of her soul, only fueling her desperation.
Oh.
Guess you'll have to read the rest when the book comes out.
That's deep.
Yeah, Loki, I made it like really convoluted, so I'm gonna have to fix that.
Okay, well, that's an interesting excerpt.
Yeah, it's very different, actually.
It is different.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like I'm excited for the new book.
You're so tired.
I'm so tired, guys. I think we have to cut it short at 15 minutes today because we're both kind of like dead. Like just like emotionally drained from the day because it was a really early day as well. And yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
See you guys later.